What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the How to Survival series. And today we have got a new project to start on. Considering that we've been doing a lot of farms and I have a lot more planned, I think I want to get started on a building project. We got the industrial district going on over there. That's kind of an ongoing project. As we need farms, we'll make them. But I want to get started on a nice building project. And the farm we made in the last episode kind of goes towards that. But we've still got to do much more resource gathering before we get started. So the plan is to make a kind of modern city. That's kind of the end goal. But that's going to be a long way in the future. But the thing I want to do first is make a tower for me to live in, I guess. I guess the tower... You can be the judge of that once I'm done building it, but I'm going to call it a tower for now. Yeah, so I just want to get started on it today. And for that, I'm going to need a bunch of concrete. Predominantly grey and white. Actually, I believe those are the only two colours. And then we're going to need a bit of glass as well. So, I think I'm going to get started gathering some sand and gravel. And then maybe I can actually get to building my concrete farm. So that will be fun, I guess. I already got all the materials here, so I can get to work on that. And then I will get some materials and make some concrete before we get to start building the old tower. Anyway, let's build this and then I'll go on a bit of a sand and gravel grinding montage. Okay, so I have built a fully operational concrete converter, I guess. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, now it should completely function when I want to use it, and I don't need to use it right now because I don't have any concrete powder. But when I do, this is here for me. But yeah, now it's time to go get some gravel and sand so we can make up some concrete so we can use it in here. But okay, so I have gotten a bunch of concrete already hardened the door. And I got some extra stuff I need, like the glass and a bit of end rods I'm going to need. Hopefully that's all we need. If we get to the point where I can do it in this episode, I'm going to need a bit of terracotta, cyan terracotta. But for now, this is all we need. But now we need to find a place to build this. And I've already chosen one out. It's at these coordinates. So I've got a bit of flying to do, because I don't have a portal there, but I'll be setting up one eventually. But yeah, I got around 1,000 blocks to travel, and yeah, we'll eventually get there, and I'll show you the place and my idea for what I'm going to be doing there. Okay, so here we are. Over at the location I've chosen, and if you notice, these exact coordinates are in the water, which is exactly what I want. This building that we're going to be doing today is going to be in the water coming out. There's probably going to be a bit of a basement in the water, but most of it's out of the water. And then this land over here where the village is, I'll probably have to end up flattening this hill over here. But that's alright. It's mainly flat over here, so that's good. I'm going to be building a city over here. And there's going to be a bit of a storyline, a bit of a lore, if you will, behind it. But we'll be exploring that as we progress through building. I think that would be a nice, fun way to go around it. And yeah, with this is just going to be a bit of fun, bit of building project, and hopefully I can build some cool stuff over here. And the base I'm aiming to build, that's going to be my new kind of house, I guess. Gonna put all my chests up in there. Everything else I might need, a super smelter maybe. And just, yeah, everything else I might need in a base. So that will hopefully be very cool. But anyway, without further ado, let's get to building. Okay, so I've successfully built the first part of the base, and you can kind of see the shape it's going to take. This is just the base platform, then there's going to be things going on top of that. So this is just kind of, yeah, just a base really. It's going to be a layer of cyan terracotta at like this level, and then we're going to put everything else on top of that, and underneath that layer there's probably going to be some stuff going on as well. So through this glass there might be some stuff. Not really decided what I'm going to do there yet. Maybe I could even potentially put a drown farm or a creeper farm maybe even in there, but I think I'm putting a creeper farm somewhere else in the world, so probably not that one. But yeah, there's potential to put farms down there, just maybe some cool builds as well. Who knows? The future has a lot to hold with this base, but right now I have to go and get some terracotta so I can start getting to work on that platform. But first, I'm going to need a lot of cyan dye. And for cyan dye, you need green and blue. And for that, I'm going to need a flower farm. And that's not really the most fun thing to build, but it's not really very time consuming and very resource heavy. So it's probably fine, but I think I'm going to go to a flower forest and get an only blue flower farm. Because if you just build it in, say, a plains biome or something, you get mostly other colors like red and yellow. But I don't really want that. So I'm going to find a flower forest, find the area where I can get some blue, and then just get a bunch of blue dye. And hopefully then get on my way building the rest of this base. Okay, so I'm here in a flower forest, and I believe I have just constructed a successful farm, but I have not tested it, so let's test it together. This lever should power and start producing blue flowers. And a few white ones apparently, but mostly blue. And let's turn it off and let's see how many we got in that short time. And yeah, that's pretty good. I'm happy with this farm. And yeah, I can say that's success as AC. Yeah, I'm happy with this farm and I can say that's a success. Probably just need to clear my inventory a bit and then come back here with a shulker or two. and then just fill it up so we can get to crafting that cyan dye. So yeah, I'm happy with this. So yeah, I guess time to work on getting all that terracotta now. So yet another time lapse is about to be underway. Okay, so I thought there were a bit too many time lapses in this video, so I decided to just go and get the terracotta off camera, and I have 1 shulker box, 2, 3, and 3 more stacks. So hopefully that'll be enough to fill in this entire area, and if not, I don't know, at least a good portion of it. But if it's too much, then well, I need it later on in this base, so it won't be too much. So yeah, I think it's about time to get started with this. Okay, so I have now got a terracotta floor, and you can probably see these extra circles that weren't in the time lapse. These are just me kind of templating for the next part of the base, but that's not going to be done in today's video, so don't worry, no more time lapses. But yeah, this is just kind of going to be pillars supporting the next part of the base, and you will see what that is, and this is kind of the main one as it's much bigger. But as I was doing these, I noticed I made an error with the actual kind of design of it. Because I have made this in a creative world, and I was just copying it block for block. But I made a mistake. So as you can see here, kind of these kind of point north, and then these point, well, west, I guess. But there's supposed to be two wide ones pointing west, and I only put one, so it makes it a bit shorter. But I think I'm gonna be able to work around that, because this platform was supposed to be 3 blocks more out, and probably just a little wider like this way. But I think I'll be able to work around this. There's enough space here, and I don't plan to do anything here. This is just kind of for looks. But the main part is that this and this are a certain amount apart, and they are, and I think this still looks alright. So I think I am not going to redesign it, because that would just be way too hard. I would have to remove pretty much all the glass, everything. The only thing that would probably be able to stay is the terracotta floor. So yeah, I think that's just too much of an issue, so I'm going to leave that. But now that I'm done this section of the base, and I'm done for today, I think there's only one last thing for the base that I have to do before ending the episode, and it's very, very entertaining. Lighting up the floor. Yep. I'm not going to just use torch spam though, because I don't like that, but I'm going to go take a trip home, get some glowstone, and then also some grey carpet, and then just place the glowstone in the floor, put the grey carpet on top, and then that way it will light up the area, and hopefully that will look good. But yeah, we'll see, I guess. So I'll do that, and then let's see how it looks. Okay, so I have now placed all the glowstone with carpets on top. There's a few torches in this like center part and in these other little towers, but otherwise there is glowstone everywhere. And the reason there's torches in these is because those places are going to be covered up, and it doesn't really matter how it looks. There's probably going to have to be an entrance to this one, or I might make that down in the water, because I want to make an entrance that if you die and you have to like walk over here or something through, somehow you don't have a light trail or anything, you have to be able to get in. So I think the easiest way will just be under the water somehow. I think that could be a cool way, just maybe through a little cave or something under the water. Because you can't even get up here without elytra. apparently I just did it though. I haven't been able to do that yet, but I think that's because I had the elytra. Yeah, I must have deployed the elytra in midair. Yeah, I can't even recreate that. Just saying, it's very hard to do this. So that's why I gotta make an entrance underwater. But I may also make one here just because. But I would have to redesign this in the creative world. But for now, this is all planned to be enclosed, and this is just kind of for decoration. These towers, and the main stuff is just going up the top. There might be something inside of the tower, but once again, you won't be able to see it from here, so this can all be enclosed. So now that is done for this episode, and there is one more project I'm planning to do. Okay, so now that we are done with the base for this episode, that is where this episode's gonna come to an end. Hope you did enjoy it. I definitely enjoyed making it. I had a lot of fun this episode. But yeah, next episode, gonna be working on more of a, well, not redstone, but probably a bit of redstone, but yeah, it's gonna be a thing in the industrial district. So I'm not gonna be working on the base any further. Gotta actually build a farm, I believe, before working on the rest of the base, because I need a type of block that would just be too hard to get a large quantity of without a farm. So that will be coming in a future episode. But yeah, that is where we're at. So yeah, if you did enjoy this episode, please consider leaving a like, subscribing. But until next time, later guys.